Hello, welcome to this quick update for North America on November 14th, Friday. So, we decided to do this to talk about a few important things that are happening. So, one, there's this system with rain in California, some heavy rain spots to central Southern California today, and some snow. There's this snow clipper there in central Canada with some freezing rain as well, and another low pressure system near Newfoundland and Atlantic Canada. So we are watching all these systems. Let's start on the west. There's today, Friday into Saturday, a lot of rain around Los Angeles and other spots, Southern California, especially into tomorrow's Saturday shows some heavy rain. And this rain is actually coming from like the southwest. It's not one of those big fronts from the north. This is an interesting system. So Saturday shows some more heavy rain around Los Angeles and even Arizona, Nevada should have some widespread showers and shows there's some snow in the Sierra Nevada on Sunday and Saturday as well. And then this spreads east later through the Rockies Monday, shows a little bit of snow in Utah and Nevada into Colorado Monday, and later throughout the rest of Monday as well, but especially like in Utah, those areas Monday morning and later spreads east. But still this around noon still in Colorado, so this snow will happen quite early. And then later this strong Pacific front arrives. So there's this system from California now that will bring more rain and snow to those areas until Sunday. And then right after that, this next front in California and Oregon and southern Washington too, but especially California and Oregon, some heavy rain Monday, and especially San Francisco and Eureka, north areas, central Northern California, will make it to Los Angeles as well by Tuesday, and more snow in the Sierra Nevada, into Nevada, and even some snow in the high elevations in Arizona, Tuesday into Wednesday, southern Utah, spots in New Mexico, and even more in Colorado. And after that, another system following that. So California is in for wet mid-November. So just be aware. And going back to the, but before that, let's see the rainfall totals because that's important. That like, let's put some inches here. So shows today's Friday. Let's just see it until Monday morning. Shows spots Scotia 2 inches, like 3 inches. A few spots in Los Angeles, just north, some 3.5 inches, and some spots there 2, almost 3 inches. So be careful in those areas. If I put it until next Wednesday, the 19th, already increases to 4 inches, even like 4.17, more areas around Southern California. And by Wednesday, already shows widespread rain most of the Northwest. So be aware. Now, if I put it until the 25th, just for curiosity, look at this, right? Increases to 8 inches in Southern California, even 9 inches across, especially mid-November, mid to late November. So we're watching this very closely, the GFS until the 27th, also some 8 inches the rest of this month. So just keep watching there. Be careful in those areas for snow. The show until next Wednesday, some widespread snow across the west, some 25 inches, spots in the Sierra Nevada, 20 inches possibly, even some other mountains there. And these mountains near Southern California, like Big Bear, spots near just north of Los Angeles, and spots further southeast as well. So be aware. Show spots in Arizona that haven't had any snow yet this season. Central northern Arizona, some 4 inches, 3 inches, and even spots as far south as New Mexico that also didn't have any snow until this point. So be aware. This is especially throughout early next week until Monday doesn't show much, just in California and Nevada, but until Wednesday are increases in those areas. So be aware. Show spots some 10 inches there, most of western Colorado, there into Utah. Show spots there some 6 inches, spots to 7, 8 inches, even 14 southern Utah. So be aware. And some in the northern Rockies to Wyoming, some 6 inches, spots there in central northern Wyoming and southern areas. Also to Western Oregon, especially Washington, the Cascades. Oregon not showing too much. So be aware, and spots there across northern Montana possibly. Now moving east, we had a crazy lake effect snow around the Great Lakes and other areas last week, and that was quite severe. But moving on to the future, next week we might have some snow across the Midwest, as far to in Iowa, still Illinois, maybe in South Dakota, but still quite unsure. The GFS is like showing the GFS even more all across the upper Midwest and kind of northern plains. So be aware in those areas. Northern New England is sure to get some snow next 5 days, even 16 inches. Northern Maine, spots in New Hampshire, Vermont, and spots in New York, still some 6 to 2 inches. And even northern Pennsylvania, the Euro, the GFS as well, the icon as well, most of northern Pennsylvania to New York. So be aware. The icon is even to Massachusetts and spots there. The European is further north. So be aware in those areas. And just for curiosity, until the 26th, increases some in the mountains there. And even might start in Mexico. That will be interesting, but not yet. So be aware in those areas. And yeah. We'll keep watching. Be careful the cold temperatures too, especially like during the night and early morning. Spots in the north there, like some, let's see this, some 30 to 20s degrees Fahrenheit. Spots in Colorado, some 20s in the Rockies as well, in Idaho, in the Sierra Nevada too. Spots in the southeast are gradually recovering from the falling iguanas and freezing temperatures, but still some 40s around northern Florida, 45, and some 60s in Texas. Now, this is during the night. In the afternoon, it increases even some 80s to low 90s in Texas for Saturday afternoon, and spots in Florida, some mid 70s, and still coldish on the west in the mountains, except some low-lying valleys, and in the northeast, still will remains to like in the 20s there during the day. Imagine during the night. So during the morning, night shows up to northern New York, some 30s spots there across New England, and especially like the early morning hours. This comes further into the Appalachians, Pennsylvania's some 30s by Sunday. This actually Monday, and then shows in spots in the Rockies some active temperatures, the high elevations there, and Sierra Nevada too, and Texas is still quite warm. So be aware. And during the coldest part of the night, on Monday morning, like 5 a.m. on Monday, shows some 20 degrees Colorado in the mountains, Utah, very cold, Wyoming, and especially the Sierra Nevada, even down to 13 Fahrenheit. Most of New England spots, even down to New York City, some 37, spots some 20s, even in central northern New England, into the upper Midwest, so some 30s, 20s spots there by Monday. So be aware. Monday afternoon does increase in the south, in Texas even to 91 some degrees Fahrenheit. Northern Mexico should be in the low 30s degrees Celsius or mid 30s. So be aware. Shows like this is Monday afternoon. There's a few storms in the plains there that might start giving some snow later on Tuesday, depending on the temperatures, because this system being Colorado Monday, and then these storms will transition further east on Tuesday. So during that time shows like the cold front here, some warm air below and cold air above it. And like this is Tuesday morning, let's put the coldest part of the morning, like night morning shows still in the northeast, very cold spots there across upper Midwest into the Rockies, even like in the single digits, some higher mountains, in Sierra Nevada too. So be aware spots in the west, especially in the mountains and some lower elevations, slightly warmer, but still kind of chilly. So be aware Tuesday afternoon warms up in the south, Wednesday morning still shows pretty cold. A few spots in the west, in the northeast especially, and like in the extreme north there. So Wednesday, Thursday, next week it does get colder along the Rockies on the west, and we'll keep watching. So be aware in those areas, especially some frosts and some wind chills and the snow and the rain, everything. So be careful. We'll keep watching some wingers today, Friday, moving to Atlantic Canada there. Might be quite strong, especially like in the tip of Newfoundland, the Avalon Peninsula, so 96 km/h today into Saturday morning, and might be windy across Labrador as well, Saturday, and then later does pick up near the northeastern US Sunday, some higher gusts there, especially like what did I do here? Let's go back to miles per hour. So I just got it wrong again here. Shows spots in the Appalachians, even some forest mile per gusts throughout the Great Lakes too. Sunday into Sunday night, this grows towards Atlantic Canada, some 70 straight km per gust, and still in the northeast, some strong gusts in the Appalachians. Monday, this goes still strong, even to 90, 100 km per gust, localized spots in Atlantic Canada, and shows spots in the Appalachians, in interior northeast there, stronger, especially like Monday afternoon spots, more than 50 mile per gust, a few spots and in Cape Cod as well, especially in the Atlantic. So be careful, and at the same time shows some strong gusts in the east side of the Rockies because of that system from California. So be aware in the next front in California already some gusty winds Monday. So be careful. Later, some occasional strong gusts in a place or two, like in the southern Rockies with those systems Wednesday, Thursday, and the next round of strong winds might come Thursday the 20th in an unusual place. Show some strong gusts near the Gulf actually, and the cyclone, actual tropical cyclone California after November 20th. So we watch both of these systems and be aware, but still somewhat far out. So now in Canada shows like the system Newfoundland there, some rain and snow there, some heavy rain, and slight probability of freezing rains spotted through Labrador. So Saturday, Sunday, more centrish Quebec, some ice possible, and also there's this wide front with snow and shows some ice possible, a few spots between Quebec and Ontario Saturday. This goes, take a look at this. Sunday, the European model has freezing rain around Vermont and New York. The GFS has even more, and the icon he doesn't show this, but like let's see this map that's more fun. So shows like this pink is freezing rain, and the blue is rain, and the white is snow. Show some ice pellets in between as well across southeastern Canada, New England. Then later this transitions to wet snow and more snow in the northeast Sunday, Monday throughout eastern Canada. Some more rounds of snow Monday the 17th into Tuesday, and more rounds of occasional freezing rain central northern Quebec. So be careful in those areas, especially later this weekend with freezing rain in the northeast and southeastern Canada and spots further east in Canada as well. So be careful. And right now, Friday shows this system, the freezing rain and snow across central Canada now in Ontario, Manitoba. And this will be the one that moves further east to the freezing rain that will reach New England. So be careful. And at the same time, next morning, Saturday, shows some ice and snow in British Columbia and Alberta. Be careful, some ice and some slippery roads and some snow, especially northern British Columbia and Alberta. More snow, most on Nunavut as well. So this goes shows still some snow Monday, and a few spots in Western Canada into Central Canada. Those clippers just fly through Canada. Shows some occasional freezing rain, the mix with the snow Tuesday, Wednesday. So just be careful throughout this week. Several rounds of snow and ice possible across central Western Canada into the east. So The snow show like spots there in Western Canada, some 50 centimeters or more. Spots with most of British Columbia, especially the Rockies in the north. It shows there northern Alberta, even southern Alberta. Spots in Manitoba and northern Saskatchewan. Into Nunavut, more than 20 centimeters of snow, most of Nunavut there. So be aware, and especially like southern Northwestern Territories and Western Alaska shows more snow there, and southern Alaska in the mountains. So be careful. And there in eastern Canada shows some 20 centimeters, even to 66 spots there across Newfoundland as well, so on the western side especially, and more spots most of Quebec as well. And there to eastern Quebec, New Brunswick, in some parts of the northern tip and southern tip of Nova Scotia. So be careful in terms of rain accumulation. Might be slightly heavier southern Newfoundland, a few spots in the Atlantic, there in Labrador as well, and maybe in the Pacific as those fronts come, might be some heavy rain on the coast. So be aware, and the long range shows more in the Pacific there. So be careful. This system, especially the rain and snow and everything, shows some flood warnings, flood watches in California. Because of that system, careful some mudslides and everything. Winter storm warnings, Sierra Nevada, even some fog advisories in the south, some dense fog in the morning, some red flag warnings there, central northern plains, because some wind, still some high wind warnings in Montana, and shows some winter storm, winter weather advisories there, the northeastern area, and some winter storm watches, northern Maine. Alright, so be careful those areas and be aware. And later into December, and like especially later this month, we're still watching some probabilities of sudden stratospheric warming that might bring some more cold snaps to North America, but that's still far. Right now, we're the negative phase of the Arctic Oscillation, and this does bring some more frequent cold snaps to the mid latitudes. You already had your fair share last week with the cold snap there across the US and Canada, but next week will be in Europe. So last week was in North America, as you all felt, and next week actually will be across Central Western Europe, some colder weather, but we will still monitor the long range and everything, so don't worry. And now, just last thing, be careful those very cold temperatures in Canada, because if the US is cold, Canada is 5 times colder, so be careful. Northern areas less than minus 26 degrees Celsius, some absurd wind chills, and shows in Alaska even like minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit, so very cold most of Alaska, except the coastal areas in the south, but like the Arctic coast, freezing. So be careful. Shows across eastern Canada, some active temperatures too, spots all the way down to Atlantic Canada. Then this goes, and this cold air comes relatively further south through covers most of central Canada by Saturday morning. Some active temperatures shows there in Yukon like minus 30 degrees Celsius, very cold, and shows Saturday dives down to southeastern Canada, some very cold nights there, minus 2, 3, even like minus 14 spots in Quebec. Southernmost Ontario still fine, but like shows other spots, central Canada, very cold. So Sunday in the afternoon does get better in the southernmost area there, but still like Nunavut minus 31 and Yukon, especially Yukon there. So, and still some cold temperatures, even in the afternoon, southeastern Canada. In the morning, they come down further south, like I showed you, in the US and most of southeastern Canada, then to central eastern Canada. So be careful Monday, Tuesday, and just remains cold. By Tuesday does get less severe in Yukon, but still very cold in Nunavut and those areas, most of central Canada. So be aware and stay safe with all of those events. Let's just see if we showed some wind gusts like right now Friday across the Hudson Bay, spots of central Canada slightly stronger, even the Rockies there. So this goes into Nunavut, the Hudson Bay, some strong gusts, and the rest I already showed you. So stay safe and be careful with everything.